Cardio abandonment was an issue for Daniel Cormier. At times, the fourth round has been a little bit of a kryptonite for him in the UFC. What are your thoughts on DC in terms of nipping that issue in the bud coming into round 3?
You will recall a famous fight between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, and part 1, and when that fight was over, Conor McGregor, who did a very good job when he could withhold that fight, came out and said, give me another shot, I was inefficient with my energy. Now, that was fancy words for saying, I got tired and I couldn't go on, but he did learn from that. He understood pacing. He understood a 10-9 must system. I don't have to dump all the gas in one round. I need to extend it. I offer you that example because in many ways, that's all that DC is up against. DC was in control of that second fight. That's a true story. I would argue Stipe was in control of the first fight and boom, until he wasn't. That's also a true story. Right. I think what we're looking as we go into number 3 is who learned what? What is it they can take away? If you look at purely the outcome, like a lot of athletes do, and you don't look at the performance, you haven't gained anything. I feel as both of these athletes have looked at the performance, which at times were wonderful. For DC,
right.
Fight number 2, duplicate round 1. Why didn't you rinse and repeat over and over again? Stipe at the same time was a detective. He stored things away. He took things away. These guys are doing gamesmanship.
No doubt about it.
We will see what their real games plans are, but I can tell you it's not what they've told us.
Right. And for Daniel Cormier, there was that high-amplitude takedown in round 1 where he picked Stipe up and was trying to sort of slam him with style points. I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of that Saturday night. I think he's going to focus on the energy expenditure, especially when it comes to his offensive game. Stipe Miocic, of course, comes out of the red corner. He is as decorated a heavyweight champion as we have ever had, but he puts that status as all-time great on the line against DC here in the 3rd meeting. And here is Stipe alongside Megan Olivi.
Thank you so much, guys. Stipe, the trilogy with Daniel Cormier, you know, in the interviews leading up to this, you said a lot of the times that you wanted to start out faster. Is that something you can practice? How do you implement that once you step into the octagon?
I think just not being an idiot and just do what I do. Yeah, you know, I started really slow. I don't think I ever started like that in a fight ever. And you know, congrats DC for taking advantage of it right off the rip. But you know, I woke up finally and started moving my feet. You know, but yeah, I just you practice it, you try, but you know, hopefully you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but in both of these fights, Stipe, I mean, you guys treated us to these incredible back-and-forth striking battles. Both times the fight was ended on the feet. In terms of the striking matchup, what do you take from those first 2 fights to make sure that it's, you know, dominated by you and not so much a back-and-forth battle?
There's a lot of things, you know, we, me and my coaches, we looked over the film, we watched the fight, and just worked on all the weaknesses and worked on getting them better. So, you know, it doesn't have to happen again. You know, hopefully I don't get punched in the face as many times as I did last fight. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's what I do for a living. It's what I signed up for, so we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I also want to talk about the wrestling. You both secured a key takedown in that last fight. You're both very talented wrestlers. This is the smaller octagon. Are you anticipating that we see more grappling?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, it's a smaller cage, but I do train in a smaller cage than the one we're using actually tonight, so or on Saturday night. So, you know, no worries. Wherever it goes, I'll be fine.
Okay, fair enough. And Stipe, you know, I have to ask you this. A lot of people are talking about Daniel Cormier's retirement, but saying this could also be the last fight for you. I mean, how do you address that?
I don't know, man. Like I said yesterday, I think about retirement after every fight since UFC 136, my first fight. I think about it all the time. No, listen, I'm having fun right now. The minute I'm not having fun, I'm out. And, you know, when it feels like a job, I'm done. And right now I feel great. I mean, I'm thinking I'm in the best shape of my life. You know, my hair looks great. I can't beat it.
Your hair looks great. You said you look leaner than ever. I mean, you've got a lot going for your Stipe.
Yeah, you know, listen, I got my little daughter. I'm not trying to get a dad bod. I'm trying to stay fit for her.
Well, it's working out. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.